I don't like long intros, so we're gonna get straight into the video today. It's gonna be episode 25 of my Disgaea PC Let's Play series on critical mode, and today we're gonna be taking on and completing PRINNY'S. Now, PRINNY'S is actually one of the first side areas that you gain access to within your Disgaea PC playthrough, but it's an area that I wanted to save till the post game because, well, this is where I'm doing all the side areas. PRINNY'S is rather interesting because this is where you're gonna encounter a lot of different Prinnies. Specifically, Prinnies that are different from the ones that we've had in our party this entire time, our 3 private Prinnies. We don't get anything necessarily that useful after completing PRINNY'S, but we do unlock some new Prinny classes. So if you do enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Nonetheless, PRINNY'S has been approved. PRINNY'S, I believe, is a world that unlocks after you finish the chapter where the Prinnies, the Prinny squad and Laharl's mother, Big Sis Prinny, go into the afterlife. Where Laharl tries to stop them, we fight the Grim Reaper and all that. So it's actually a world that you can access pretty early on. It's just not something that I wanted to take the time to do until now. So PRINNY'S 1. What is this place? Prince, be careful. This is PRINNY'S. PRINNY'S. This is where Prinnies who escape from the Netherworld or Celestia come. I see. In other words, it's a hangout for losers. I wouldn't write them off so quickly. I've heard that there are Prinny rebels here who were exiled from the Netherworld and Celestia. Rumor has it that some of them can give even our overlord a run for his money. Then I won't be bored. Let's go. So it's PRINNY'S. As the name implies, this is the land of the Prinnies. Captain Prinny. We will only be fighting Prinnies here. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. We will only gonna be fighting Prinnies. As we can see, they're starting off at level 35, so you can come to this place early in your Disgaea journey if you so choose. I just wanted to save it for my post-game adventures. I also believe if you pick up and throw a Prinny here in PRINNY'S, they will not explode. As was mentioned before in the lore, I think Etna told us, or one of the Prinnies told us, if you throw a Prinny, they'll blow up. So let's just try it just to confirm. Yeah, they won't explode. So, if you were looking to cheese PRINNY'S by just chucking everybody, that ain't gonna work. You actually gotta fight them. Beat them up the good old-fashioned way. They're not like hard targeting me, where like everybody on the map is running towards me, so I can't like set them all up for a massive winged slayer, unfortunately. Really gotta do this the good old-fashioned way and just one at a time. But here we can see the Yoshitsune's range. It's absurd. And mixed with the hyperdrive as well, it just makes fights go by so much faster when you don't have to walk all the way to an enemy and stand right in front of them and then be able to hit them. Like, we can just be near them and we'll be able to hit them. So it makes everything go by so much faster. I still want more. Oh, there he is. I see him. PRINNY'S 2. There's a Big Sis Prinny, or there's a few Big Sis Prinnies. General Prinny. Recovery 20% and clone. We don't want to deal with the clones, that's for sure, because if Zero gets cloned, that's GG's. So we'll go right here. Kill the Prinny and the Geo symbol. So I was actually talking to my dad about Disgaea and sort of breaking down how the game, how you should approach the game. And I described the game to be a sort of pyramid design. Now, what does that mean? A pyramid has a large base, a large and wide base, right? So think of all the characters that you're going to create as the base of your pyramid. You know, we went through the story, the main story. What did we do? We went through with like 6, maybe 7 characters. Naturally, I used Lahara, Planair, and Etna, so that's 3. But then I also used Zero, who was a warrior. I used Ale, who was a cleric. Slash, who was a Ronin. And I threw in Z-Man and Sonic along the way as well. So that was my base, right? Oh, but look here. There's even more Prinny's, right? Sort of standing guard. We got a Prinny King. That's the green one, kind of like a... What's his name? Curtis. Yeah, it's like Curtis. He's green. This one's green. So Curtis is a Prinny King. It's pretty cool. Right? We have the Captain Prinny's, which are the gray ones or the black ones. The General Prinny's, which are the pink ones. And then over here, we have the Prinny God. The Prinny God. He's yellow. Nothing that I really want to steal from him. Although that Testament would have been dope to have in early game. But he is level 100. Everything else is around level 50, level 70. So there is a level spike here. If you guys recall, Lamington is actually level 90. So this Prinny God is actually stronger than the final boss in the main campaign. So make sure to keep that in mind if you do test your metal over here in Prinnyland earlier on in your adventure. But yeah, back to what I was saying in regards to the game. I describe it as a pyramid where you make your way through your journey and you have a large assortment of characters. You know, you have maybe your warriors, you have some clerics, you have archers, you have a gunner, you have some monks. You know, like you have a wide range of characters that you bring out to sort of support each other and make it through the game. As the game goes on, as you enter the item world and you spend more time juicing up your characters, building up all of your specialists, maxing out your statisticians, your arms masters, your gladiators, all sorts of things. All of that takes time. You're not, right? Anybody in their right mind is not going to want to spend all that time juicing up a bunch of different characters. You're probably going to be like me, right? You're going to choose one. There's nothing worth my time stealing. You're going to choose one character to juice up. It should be the Majin. Unlock the Majin as soon as you can. Juice him up. And that's going to be your unit. That's going to be the unit that you use for the rest of the game. So you're starting off wide. You're starting off big, right? Lots of different characters. And then as your characters get stronger and stronger and stronger, you get more and more powerful equipment. It narrows down until you reach a peak where you have a unit that you want to dedicate all your time to. And that'll be the unit that blows through everything else. Up to a certain point, because he can only blow through things if he's properly equipped. If he's not, he's gonna be the one that gets blown through. Let's go in, let's select create a character, and let's scroll on over to the Prinny's. There they are. So the private Prinny, the Prinny's that we have had access to since the start of our journey. The Captain Prinny. So let's read their description. Prinny. Explodes when thrown, handle with care. That's a private Prinny. Captain Prinny, a squad leader, explodes when thrown. General Prinny, a general, explodes when thrown. Prinny King, explodes when thrown, despite being royalty. And the Prinny God, even a Prinny deity will explode when thrown. So the way you unlock the next stage of Prinny's or the stronger Prinny's is only through Prinnyland. Through the campaign, through all the campaigns actually, you know, being the main one, Etna mode, the human world, those are the 3 different ways to get a game over or you roll the credits. You only ever really fight a private Prinny. You don't fight anything stronger than that. So in order to get the stronger Prinny's, you have to go to the Prinnyland and defeat them the same way that you unlock any other stronger monster. However, Unlike all the other stronger monsters, Prinny's only have 5 forms: Private, Captain, General, King, and God. Every other unit in Disgaea 1 has 6 levels to their form, right? Look, our Cleric. There's Cleric, Priest, Bishop, Sage, Prophet, and Savior. They all have 6 levels to them, every single one of them. So like, for my Ronin, I haven't unlocked the 6th form. For the Knight, same thing. I haven't even made a Skull. For the Mages, there's another Mage after this that I haven't unlocked yet. I haven't even made a Cleric. So every unit in the game has 6 stages, except Prinny'S, they only have 5. Make sure to keep that in mind. You're not missing something if you only have 5 Prinny'S. That's all there is to have. So, all right, save our game. We're gonna go through 0, create a new character, Prinny, Prinny God, Genius, right? Begin the vote. Probably gonna have to fight. Because you need approval in order to make more proficient characters from scratch. Like, you can't just do it right away, but it's fine. For me, for fun, right? Create new character has been approved. So here we are going to name it Prinny 0. Right? For fun, because why not? Prinny 0. That would be me if I was a Prinny. Juice up the attack. There we go. Love it. Right? For even more fun, we're gonna move them all the way. We're gonna move them all the way up. I actually need my mage. I need my mages to retain their positions, because I will be using them to juice me up with Braveheart later on. Boom, Prinny 0, right? We got some stuff for him. We got the Nemesis that we stole from Rosalind, right? We'll give him a universal orb, right? What else? What else? What else? No. We're gonna give him the Exodus. Right? What else? What else is there? What else do I have? That's really it. I think the best armor that you can buy, or the strongest armor, is just the Infernal stuff. Anything more you would have. Let's just buy a cape. Just fuck it. Gotta have style. Alright. Me doing all that was for nothing more than just having fun and being silly. But that is how you get the Prinny God. And make sure to steal the Nemesis, because it is a very powerful weapon, especially if you're using monster units. It is the 2nd best monster weapon in the game. And to prove that, if you're ever curious about what you have, go into your collection record, go to weapons, right? Monster only, Nemesis is right here. It is the second strongest monster weapon in the game. There is something better. You do not get it from going into the item world of the Nemesis, going to floor 100 and stealing it from the enemy there. That's not how that works for monster weapons. That's how that works for human weapons. So for the rank 42 monster weapon, we'll have to get it another way, and we'll cover that when the time comes. So having said all that, with that being said, this is another short video. This was Prinnyland. If you did enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. I'll catch y'all in the next one.